He did not tell him that he was wrong. He did not say, go see the prophet for some counseling. He did not say that. He said, let there be no strife. Do you realize that when your wants and needs don't line up with His destiny and purpose for your life, that you are living in an area called strife? Huh? Yeah, don't thank me. This is good stuff. Huh? It's called strife. And He says, look, come let us reason together. And if there be any sin, then let's. And I'll apply the blood of the Lamb and make you whiter than wool. And then together, the next verse, together we'll eat of the fat of the land. Here's Abraham's heart literally just breaking. Because it dawned on him, this man does not know the God I know.
Amen.
So he's been a pretender. He's been along for the ride. Like so many people in the church today. They're just along for the ride. Same thing? Yep. So you take that AA battery, the 2As, and you tape it to your refrigerator. And every day, you make sure that your ambition and your greed come underneath the blood of the Lamb. And the minute you raise up something in you that says you're entitled to something, you're out of bounds. You are out of bounds. My strength is in you, Lord. And my hope, it's in you, Lord. It's in you, it's in you. Right? Did you hear this? Paul was no different than you. He prayed 3 times that he'd be delivered, and God just said, blew him up. My grace is sufficient for you. Huh? So he's out of bounds. So what happens? He goes, first he pitches outside, and then he ends up inside, and then he ends up in government, a man of great means, great wealth, and you know what he did? He sacrificed his family. His family. Because of his ambition and his greed. Ouch. Ouch. I don't want to have to look at you and go AA. Because now you know what I'm talking about. Huh? AA. No, 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 no. Can't be. You're AA, Zebra. Yes, you are. Okay? All right, questions? I'm done. Someone's sitting here saying, yeah, but I don't think it's wrong for me to have those desires. It's not. Your desire is Him. In Him, you live and move and breathe and have your being. Nothing more, nothing less. Solomon wanted more of Him. And when he got more of Him, God gave him all the riches of the world. And how did he end up? Not good. With a divided house, a divided kingdom. It cost him his family. Not good. Huh? God's looking for people that He can trust with wealth. People that know what to do with it. Huh? People that know what to do with it. Seed produces seed. Blessing, blessing. Apostles, apostles. Prophets, prophets. Evangelists, evangelists. Pastors, pastors. That's the elders, elders. Deacons, deacons. Huh? So there's been some good seed deposited in you. Now you know what season you're in and everything else. So you be very careful about how you approach God. I'm going to say that one more time. You be very careful how you approach the living God. Because when you say, I want, this is what you're saying. He's in the process of saying something to you, and you go. Not another word, God. Not another word. That doesn't line up with what I want. And think about this. Who do we think we are? by raising our hand to the God of all universe. Who do you think you are? It's the one who doesn't strike you dead right there. Now that's mercy. Be very careful how you approach God. Make sure that you approach Him the right way. Yeah, not the wrong way. You don't lift your voice. You certainly don't lift your hands except in praise. Right? When you get in the presence of God, it's time to listen, not speak. And then when He speaks to you and wants a response, then you can speak back. Speak when spoken to. Speak when spoken to. If not, do yourself a favor and keep your mouth shut. Okay? All right, go ahead, Kevin.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, appreciate that. We got any questions or comments on that for? I don't want to run off of that yet. What was the end result of the double A there that Lot exhibited there? What was the end? He chose the prime property, you know, where all the greenest valleys and the best water sources and everything. So he wound up losing everything. He chose the best stuff and still wound up losing everything. What about Abraham? He took the leftover, but he still prospered, right? Still prospered. The covenant still held there because he was submitted to it, right? And that was that's.
And another thing is that in the end, he was the father of the tribe that God hated.
Right. Very good.
The Amalekites. Who's married to that woman? Jesus.
Well, he was taken into captivity too, and Abraham rescued him, and he went back. Instead of going with Abraham, he went back to Sodom.
Yeah, I think I'll go back to my
He didn't have to,
captive
did
son. Boy.
he?
It's like a lot of people, though, no matter how bad things that they went through, even when they have a good thing around them, they'll go right back into the old information.
So some of those pea pods there that never fall off the plant when it comes up, huh? They never shake that pea pod off, do they? That little.
The pig goes back to its fellow.
And Jesus said a dog returns to its owner.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I know every time I listen to me thinking that I need, and he'll stop me and say, no, if you don't have it, you don't need it. Because if you needed it, I would provide it.
Excellent point. Because He's your
Amen.
Father. He's your Father. Don't ever forget the point. Yeah, He's your God. But Jehovah means Father God. He's your Father. He's Adonai. He's Elohim. He's Jehovah Jireh. He's Jehovah Nisi. Jehovah Shalom. Yeah, He has all those attributes. But they're the attributes of a father. It's like someone came to me and said, I don't come to the Oasis because there's no children's ministry there. I looked at him and said, what is your point with this? Well, I'd love to come, but there's just, what about my children? I said, but what about Monday through Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the Bible lesson that you just shared with your child. And they look at me. Hey, I didn't share anything with them all week. So the church is a substitute parent on Sunday for what you should have been doing Monday through Saturday. How many of you know that conversation didn't last long? They got insulted. Because we're supposed to supply somebody's need. No. I'm to encourage and teach you how, and where, and when, and why, so that He can become all you need. That's what relationships all about. Somebody that started out so well, end up so bad.
Who?
and they made the wrong one.
Go back to what you said, you know, when you pray and ask God for something, and what did he
Well, it's
say?
not even a prayer. I'll be thinking to myself, you know, at work or whenever, and if he listens to our every thoughts, and
Yeah,
he'll
going
hear
in
me
front of him.
say, you know, I need, and he'll interrupt me and tell me, if you need it, if you don't have it, you don't need it, and if you need it, I'll supply you with it.
What is the word? There you go. That's the word I wanted to hear there. I want to look at that for just a minute on Lot, and look at what happened with Lot here and what he did. All right. You remember what we talked about on provide the other night? Okay. Define provide for me? The way we talked about it.
Vision for the future, for your family, for the people you're responsible, have authority over.
Forward vision.
Forward vision.
That's literally what provide means. Provision,
Excellent.
provide, all
Excellent.
that.
Yeah,
Is
good
it
point.
literally what that means? Forward, vidre, I believe is the French word, and for vision. Forward vision. Forward vision. That's what makes God such a wonderful provider for everything that we'll ever need, is because he has that forward vision, much more forward vision than we'll ever have, because he's coming from the answer to the problem, right? So what did Lot do when he made his decision to take the green valleys there?
He was choosing his destiny or whatever.
He made a choice, and what did that choice do? It messed him up. How?
Wrong choice.
There's a way that seems right to me.
And in effect, it caused him to go completely out of the vision of God. You know, David said, keep me as the apple of your eye. You know, that circle right there on the pupil is what he's talking about, the circle. Keep me in the center of your vision. Keep me in the center of your vision, because in the vision, in that circle of God's vision is all your provision that you need, everything that you'll ever need. That's why Abraham still was successful and prospered, because he stayed in the vision of God, and he stayed in the covenant with God, and he stayed in the place that he was supposed to be there. He didn't walk outside the vision of God. He didn't walk outside the boundaries that the blessing was flowing in. All right?
He was seeking God's hand.
Abraham was, or Lot? Lot. I don't even think he was seeking God's hand. He was seeking what was in everybody else's hand around him. Yeah. Do what? The lust of the eye, right? Right. So his vision trumped the vision of God in his life, right? So he never submitted or subjected himself to the authority of God and the vision that God had for the family there, Abraham's family. If you want to be a good provider, it requires forward vision for the future of your family. All right? It's not just about making money and putting a roof over the head and everything, but it's got to be forward vision all the way up into eternal salvation for your entire family. You know, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. You know, that's forward vision, not just me and my spouse, but my children and my grandchildren and their children, and so on and so on and so on. You know, it's establishing an inheritance for your children down the line there. Forward vision, provision. Be a good provider for your families. Don't walk outside the vision of God. Don't walk outside the provision that God set up for you. You know, stay there where you're supposed to be. Stay in the covenant. Stay in the right place. All right. Don't make the decision that looks good over here, because this is where all the monetary things are, all the material things are, and all the things that look good, the shiny things that attract us. You know. If you stay in that vision, everything you need is going to be provided. If you stay within that circle, in the confines of that love that God has for you, everything you need will be provided, regardless of where you're at, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what situation and circumstance says about it, regardless of who comes up and tells you you're wrong and who comes up and tells you you're a failure. You will survive, and you will be provided for, and you will prosper. It may not be monetary prosper, may not be material prosper, but it will be prosper.